Well, this is definitely a dream come true. I've made it to the moon. The trip was long. It took about 45 minutes. There was traffic. But now that I'm here, I can say that it was definitely worth it. If my mom's at home watching, hi mom. Alright, so here's the video for today. Go ahead and make sure you've got your Cornell notes. Alright, you know the regular old ESAT heading, questions, notes, and then down here you're going to have your summary. This is going to be titled Distributive Property. There it's clear, Distributive Property. And it's going to be page 25 and the back will be page 26. Alright, so I'll just write out the formal way we talk about the distributive property, and it's this. If we just had variables, let's call them A, B, and C. A times B plus C equals A times B plus A times C. Okay? And basically all that's saying is that if we have A times B plus C, we can break it up into its just smaller parts. A times B and A times C. And what you just do is you distribute the A to the B and you distribute the A to the C. And what's kind of cool is that this here, the first operation we do is addition, but here we can make multiplication our first operation. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what that looks like as an example. What if we did 4 times 3 plus 2? Well, we have to distribute the 4 to the 3. We want to distribute the 4 to the 2. When I distribute the 4 to the 3, I get 4 times 3. A times B. A times B. 4 times 3. The dot means multiplication. Okay. And then I got to do the plus. Don't forget the plus. The plus comes from here. And then I distribute the 4 to the 2. So I have 4 times 2. And let's check if that's true. Alright, here we can do it real quick. 3 plus 5, that's just, 3 plus 2, that's just 5. So you get 4 times 5. Well, what's 4 times 5? It's 20. So over here I get 20. And let's check if this side's the same. 4 times 3, that's 12. Alright. And then 4 times 2, that's 8. So I had 4 times 3 is 12, plus 4 times 2 is 8. 12 plus 8. What's 12 plus 8? That's 20. And 20 equals 20. So it works, at least in this case. If you want, you can take some time to think about why this might work. Alright, it does. Largely because of the way addition and multiplication are defined. But see if you can figure out what that means. You don't have to, though. If you want, you can just figure out how to use it, and that's good enough. Okay? So I'm going to do 2 more example problems, and then you'll do some on your own. Let's do 5 times 6 plus 2. Well, we just need to distribute that. Okay, so 5 times 6 plus 2, first thing we distributed to is the 6. So it'll be 5 times 6. 5.6. That means 5 times 6. And now we got to distribute it to the 2. But first we got this plus sign. Don't forget this plus sign. If we have a plus sign here, we got a plus sign here. Okay, now we got to distribute the 5 to the 2. And that just means multiplying 5 times 2. 5 times 2. And so far, let's take a break. You probably want this in your notes. This you can have in your notes if you want. I think it's good. It's up to you. And then here's the example. I would definitely put this in your notes as well. So what we did here was we had 5 times 6 and 5 times 2. We added them together because there's a plus here, has to be a plus here. And what we can do is if we want, we can say 5 times 6, well that's 30 plus, and 5 times 2, well that's 10. And we can just leave it like that. That's good enough. Okay, let's do one more example. This time we're going to introduce a variable to make it a little more clear why we do this. Because here we could just do 6 plus 2 is 8. Why bother? Well, what if there's a variable? What if we do 5 times x plus 2? Okay. Now let's go ahead and we distribute the 5 to the x. Well, 5 times x, so 5 dot x. And we have to have our plus sign, so we got a plus sign that goes from here to here. And then we have to distribute the 5 to the 2, so we have 5 times 2, 5 dot 2. Well, 5 dot x is just 5x, that's how we write 5 times x. And then plus 5 times 2 is just 10. So there's that. So we can write 5, we can rewrite this here as this, they're equal. Now, here's your notes again, and you just flip them over. Okay, here are problems 1 and 2 for the day. Here I want you to distribute this 3, and you should get something plus something else. Same thing down here. Distribute the 4, you should get something plus something else. So do these, pause the video and do these problems. I'm going to show the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's the answer, and I will see you in class. Make sure to turn in your notes, have your notes ready. That's the homework I'm going to check.